Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to start with Chapter 6 of White Silk Clover. Let's begin. Thursday, April 1st, 11:30 p.m. Tomas. That was reckless, Jerry yelled. Les opened the door to my dressing room and let me pass. His lips pressed tight, his jaw clenched. That could have blown up. It still might. What were you thinking? Did you even think about the damage to your reputation this could have caused? Jerry yelled again. If word got out that you dated him, you would be finished. We would be finished. I don't care. Pulling the wig off, I shoved it at my agent. Since you both made it clear neither of you would help, I had to do everything myself. If there's an issue, it's your fault for not stepping up when I needed you. There wasn't time. Jerry pushed the wig back. With a swipe, I removed the face piercings. Yes, there was. I just showed you, and the crowd loved it. Imagine what would have happened if you had helped. First thing tomorrow morning, you will arrange a press bulletin about this and post the video on YouTube. We have other things we need to do tomorrow, Les said. The other things can wait, I said. At our next meeting, I expect to hear what you have done. If you will excuse me, I have another date. Jerry took a step back. Another date? With the same man? Are you trying to destroy your career? Les said. Jerry folded his arms and said, A date? I smiled and pulled the wig cap off. Yes, we had so much fun last night. We're meeting again tonight. Unless you want to watch me shower and change, I suggest stepping outside. I closed the door behind them, stepped up to my mirror, and leaned on the table. Wig cap, makeup, fake tattoos. I started with those, using baby oil to soften them up, and later I'll use a body scrub to get rid of them. There's not much time. Rushing, I shower and get dressed. Not all of the tattoos are gone, so I'll need long sleeves tonight, and the shirt will have to be buttoned all the way. I haven't felt this nervous or excited for a long time. I took one last glance in the mirror. The 234 tattoo is gone, or hidden behind the collar. It's off to the entrance hall to meet Kobe and company. I can't stop grinning. Joey and Albert were waiting for me, of course. We're your backup singer. Albert smiled at that. You're not driving Sam tonight? I asked. Let's see, Albert said. Drive the fake Sterling to a hotel so he can get laid, or chaperone the real Sterling and finally have something to eat. What do you think? Sam was trying to impress the girls with the Psalm story, Joey said. I thought that was private. He's my brother, I said. He knows everything anyway. Joey straightened my collar, fluffed my hair, brushed my shoulders. She made sure no trace of Sterling showed. Jerry's mad, and he's ordered us to play chaperone. You really know how to complicate our lives. Give me your contacts. Anything for the big bucks, right? I said, pulling the contacts out, and she put them in a napkin and hid them in her purse. Still waiting for the big, Joey said. She licked a finger and rubbed at a spot to remove a little piece of my neck tattoo I missed. I think you're ready for Kobe to break your heart. Don't do anything stupid tonight. Friday, April 2nd. Barely after midnight. Kobe. We're waiting in the main lobby when Tomas and the others showed up. Again, I can't stop staring at how beautiful Tomas is. How can a person like that even look at a person like me? How did I get so lucky? Now, at least you're not drooling this time, Kelly whispered. Somebody has it bad, Conrad said, elbowing me. Kelly, what are we going to do with our boy? Tomas wore a black button-down shirt, silk, I think, and skinny light blue jeans. His hair was damp, and his skin was slightly pink from the shower. With that fresh soap scent and a whiff of cologne, I wanted to stand as close to him as I could. We passed a cardboard stand-up of Sterling. Sterling and Tomas, the two don't look anything alike. I could no longer tell who looked better, bad boy Sterling or clean-cut Tomas. Photo op, Kelly said. Give me your phones. The cardboard cutout of Sterling, Tomas, and me. For some reason, Albert had to cover a smile, and Joey stifled a giggle. "It's the 6 of us for a repeat performance," Kelly said, handing our phones back. Joey took Albert's arm. "Not really. We'll be at a separate table if you don't mind. You kids have fun." An all-night diner, the Desert Sage Cafe, was just down the street, and we walked there. It's a warm night, but this late there is not a lot of traffic out. "You told Sterling about me?" I asked, inching a little closer to Tomas's warmth. Kelly and Conrad are arm in arm a few steps behind us. Following them are Joey and Albert. It's too dark to see if Tomas is smiling or serious. "I told him this morning. Is that a problem?" "Just a surprise," I said. "I didn't think he'd notice people who weren't female." Tomas chuckled. "I made it out to be a big PR opportunity, and he'd be stupid to ignore it." "I'm a PR opportunity?" I asked, raising my eyebrows and giving Tomas a sidelong glance. "A real human interest story." Tomas walked a little closer to me and took my hand. "Why are you complaining? He sang you a song. When has that happened? I guess guys always sing to a sexy kid like you." I know it's innocent flirting, but it struck a deep nerve because I know I'm not good looking, outside or inside. I can't let him know the truth because he'll be disgusted with me. I turned away to hide the pain that I'm sure flashed across my face. Tomas, Kelly, and Conrad, the 3 most important people in my life. But if they knew what I had to do to survive, they wouldn't want me around. "You went quiet," Tomas said. "Just tired," I lied. Tomas wrapped an arm around my shoulders and pulled me close. "I'm glad you're here. Sometimes I get so lonely. It's nice to be with somebody. No pressure, no stress. You don't know how much this means to me." This conversation is getting too deep for both of us. Time to change the topic. I took Tomas's chin and turned it toward me. When we looked at each other, our eyes were on the same level. We were so close that I could feel his breath. "Do you, Mr. Blake, prefer younger men?" "Are you calling me old?" Tomas said. "I can't. Your hair hasn't turned white yet," I said. Tomas snorted at that, as did Albert. Whatever the joke was, I wish they'd share. I said, "If you would, tell Sterling thanks. It meant a lot." "I will," Tomas said, "when he's sober." We got to the diner, every couple in their own world. "Give me your phones. I'll take pictures," Albert said. We handed our phones over, and soon he had pictures of Tomas and me and Kelly and Conrad. Comparing photos, we learned that I had blinked, and Conrad made obnoxious finger gestures. Joey stuck her tongue out. Kelly crossed her eyes. One picture turned out serious. When I was alone, I made the one of just Tomas and me the background page on my phone. He looked like a model. Me like some random college geek he had picked up off the streets. Tomas knew how to dress better than I could afford, and had way more style than Sterling. Friday, April 2nd, 2 a.m. Tomas. As tired as I was, it was worth it just being around these guys. Nobody cared if I had money. They assumed I had some, but not much more than them. And we talked until 2 in the morning. Kobe got up to use the bathroom, and I stepped outside to get some air. Nobody would ever understand how healing this was. I could be me, and Sterling didn't matter. Leaning against a railing, I shut my eyes and let my back and shoulders relax. I took a very deep breath. Tomorrow, I would have to go back to my life, but tonight, I enjoyed my freedom. "You look peaceful," Kelly said. She had followed me and leaned up against the railing next to me, staring at the cityscape like me. "You don't get to do this very often, do you? I mean, hang out and talk." "No, I don't," I said, moving over a little so she could lean on the railing next to me. "My life is not what you think." She leaned her hip against the railing so she could look up at me. "I think I understand. And your life must be incredibly isolated." "Sometimes I can't stand it," I said. I won't tell, she said. But thank you for what you did for Kobe. This week has been just what he needed, Sterling. She had figured it out, in spite of all I did. Surprisingly, I didn't feel threatened. As I looked at Kelly, I didn't sense any subterfuge or power play, but an earnestness. She wasn't trying to play some game. I think she was sincere. She was actually thanking me. I think Kobe and you guys were just what I needed too, I said. You wouldn't believe how much fun I had last night. Can I ask you a pretty serious question? Kelly said. Standing up to her, I placed my hands in my pockets. I don't promise to answer. Which person is the real you? Kelly said. Sterling or Tomas? What gave me away? I said. Kelly paused a moment, then crossed her arms. You did? What did I say? I said, smiling. You can't hide the way you sing. I heard it last night in both your solo and with the duet with Kobe. Tonight, when you sang Whisper, it was the same thing. It has a different style than the dance tunes, more like the one you sang last night. I think you wrote that one, but very few of the others. It's been years since I trusted anyone, and for a moment, I wanted to trust her. In the beginning, they let me record a couple of my songs, but they weren't industry standard. Lately, I have to record what they want. They won't let me sing my stuff or record my songs. My work is not the story they're selling. And those are the really good songs, Kelly said. Those are yours, aren't they? The ones you poured your soul into. Those are different because the emotion is genuine. Kelly placed a hand on mine. I won't tell Colby or anyone. Which one is the real you? I am, I said. Tomas. This is me. Sterling Locke is only an act built to earn them money. My turn for a question. I don't promise to answer, Kelly said, giving me a half grin. My turn to smile. Fair enough. Why do you treat me like a normal person? Nobody else does. Are you asking if your money and fame mean anything to me? Or are you asking me if I want to use you like everybody else? It turns out to be the same question, I said. These last few days, I could be me and not some cardboard cutout. Do you have to be their puppet? Kelly said. What if you cut a couple of strings? Some random truck barreled past the diner. They won't let me, I said. Only a year left on my contract, and they call all the shots. Do they? Kelly said. Test them. I didn't know what to say, so I leaned against the rail and stared at the skyline again. Vegas has one weird, bright, flashing skyline. A distant helicopter flew over the city. Kelly said, Don't worry, I won't tell anyone about you, not even Kobe. You have my word. As to your question, Dad used to be the drummer in a band that was moderately popular. I've met all kinds of people. We might have tattoos or weird hair or strange clothes or love men or women or both. But underneath all that, we're all just trying to survive. I guess you're right, I said. Thank you for what you did for Kobe. You don't know how hard it's been for him. You might have needed these last couple of days, but so did Kobe. If you ever come back this way, look us up. I'd like to do this again, I said, but next time we won't invite Sterling. She stood on tiptoes and kissed my cheek. It's been a pleasure, Mr. Blake. The door behind us opened and Conrad came out. Sorry, I have class in the morning, and I'm going to sleep through it as is. There you guys are, Kobe said, following Conrad. Joey and Albert are going crazy looking for you. You'd think you were the president or something. If only, I said. No, Kelly and I were just chatting about music.